Yo, it's your boy Sazy. You already know we on the Since I Was 16 tour with my homie Peter Jackson. Y after WN3 out now. Shout out Nano Nickel. We in this bitch. But check us out. I'm here with WeFam. We holding it down. Everything's crazy. We eating burgers.
It goes a little bit later.
Yeah.
What's going on, Ottawa? It's your boy DC with WeFam. We in the building right now with Mr. Peter Jackson, the legend, like everybody knows him to be.
You guys gotta stop calling me a legend.
Legendary, you know what I'm saying? We're here. We're gonna ask him some couple questions because we know he's on his tour right now. First off, how is the tour going?
Good. I know I sound surprised. Not surprised, but really good. It's a lot of work. Like, people don't understand the road is a monster. Your head, the mind frame you're in, you know, you got so many different personalities, so much different stuff to do. And I mean, especially the way that we do things, we got even more work to do than normal. So it's going really well. I'm having a good time. I love being on the road. I love being like my people that I'm with and family. So it makes that a little bit easier. You know?
That's good. Well, you've been doing it for a while, so any word of advice you can give to anybody who'd be interested in starting a tour like the same way you guys are doing it?
Don't do it.
Don't do it. You heard it here, folks. Don't do it.
You got to be on your P's and Q's. And like, the people behind you and beside you got to be better than you.
Fair enough.
You know what I mean? Like, my tour manager is obviously the most organized person out of all of us. Obviously the most trustworthy person out of all of us. Mm-hmm. Obviously, you know, the person that can handle all the little details. You know, you got to make sure the person on stage with you, beside you, behind you, in front of you is better than you or as good as you. And in my case, I feel like everybody on my team is better than me at what they do. I can't do what they do, or I would just do it because I'm selfish like that when it comes to work. I get in those mind frames where it's like, if something's not being done, I just try to do it. But I feel like everybody plays a very apparent and significant role in the formula that I created. Mm-hmm. So it's like everybody around me is just like, they got to be on point. So, you know, you're going out to do this. Like, if you go to take money out, you take it out from a bank machine that's reputable. You know, if you want, you know, pop, like cola, mm-hmm. and you can afford it, you drink Coca-Cola's brand. It's a brand thing. So it's like, you better make sure that everybody that's supposed to be doing what they do is actually what they are. I know that's a weird analogy, but it's stupid proof. Like, it's just, that's really what it is. You know, if you say you're a rapper, you better get up and rap. If you say you're the tour manager, you better fucking manage my tour.
Fair enough.
Because I don't do that. You know what I mean? So to keep things together, you just have to have people that actually do what they're supposed to do.
So with that being said, like, how long did it take for you to build a team that is currently running? They've been with you since day one?
Not everybody. A lot of people, but not everybody. I mean, I've been with a few different managers. I started with a bunch of different rappers that I'm with right now that are all still my brothers. You know, Zays, Flex, K-Stu, they're all still my brothers, but they're not here no more, just because of, like, the way life goes. Mm-hmm. You know, and that's not no harsh feelings towards anybody, but it's like, yeah, you go through trial and error. Everybody does. And it's not even like you're looking for new people or whatever, but it's like, right now the fit that we have is perfect. Right now what we have is what's going to work.
Fair enough.
It is what is working.
Mm-hmm. And once you have the formula, you stick with it, right?
There's no point to switch it up.
There you go. Mm-hmm. And the title of your tour, Since I Was 16, with the album and all that, where did that come from? What inspired you to name your album that?
Basically, that's like the first time I can actually remember rapping. Okay. My sister got me studio time with Sum 41 to record a demo up the street from where I lived. Because we're all from Ajax, and my sister hung out with them and stuff. So she got me like money to go record a demo with them. Okay. So I was 16. I got that for my 16th birthday. I've been wearing this chain since I was 16. Not either of the pendants, but I've been wearing this same chain since, like, I don't think I've ever taken it off. Wow. For me, that was like a pinnacle age, I guess, of noticing like what was actually going to happen. And it's like, I'm living off this stuff. I'm buying multiple cars. I'm buying houses. My people are getting out of situations. Like, this works. I'm not satisfied, and I talk like it's not all there, but like, we have it now. Maybe not to where we're going to go, or to a point where we're all like, okay, we're good. Like, fuck off. Like, it's not like that, like, by any means, but like, you have to really look into a situation to see, like, you know, just to be able to pay bills means you did it.
Mm-hmm. Pay your own bills, yeah.
Pay your own, paying somebody else's.
That's right.
Or to help, to pay your own. It's your definition of success is different than mine. Mine's different than yours. Fact. Yeah. Not saying mine's right or yours is right, but it's different. We all have different mind frames.
Did you ever stop to think that you were an inspiration to a lot of these artists that look up to you? Or even artists that you might not even think of, that you're an inspiration for these guys?
Sometimes when I see the messages and shit, like that's the type of stuff that keeps me moving, because the way that there are some people that talk to me a certain way and send me messages or say certain things to me, and sometimes I'm like, yo, what the hell? Like, really? You know, you don't need to, it's cool, like, you know, chill out a little bit. But then there's other times, like, I talk to people like that. That's how I talk to Sheik.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I talk to Jadakiss. That's how I talk to Ghost. I did it the other day. Me and Ghostface were sitting here like this, and I said something to him, and I was like, yo, it's hard to talk to you sometimes because you're Ghostface. Like, you do understand what that means, right? And he's looking at me like, yo, PJ, like looking through me, like, don't talk to me like that. Like, we know each other. So sometimes it's a reverse role with me because I'm still around people I look up to. But then there's times when people say that, like when you call me a legend, I don't believe that. I don't even think that's right.
Fair enough.
You know, I don't think it's, I don't see what you do then, or I think you're just boasting.
Well, fair enough.
That's how I feel. Maybe, obviously you're not.
No, but it makes a lot of
say
sense.
that like you're a normal guy, like you're not kissing ass when you say that. You believe that.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm saying for me, sometimes it's hard to believe that you believe that.
Because people like me, for example, we've been watching you for a minute. And like I know the Ottawa scene definitely watches everything that you do. So for us to even have someone from the city sit down with you is very humbling for everybody else around, because they appreciate that, you know, you're a genuine person. You can sit down with us. So we really, really do appreciate it.
Thank you, bro. Well, you guys do the same thing that we do. Every city's the exact same. That's what people need to understand. When you go to Saskatoon, it's the same thing we do here. There's a guy like him. There's a guy like him. There's a guy like you. There's a guy like me. There's a guy like him. There's a guy like him. Everybody in every city does the same shit. And you just have to realize that's really what it is. Because once you understand that, then you can maneuver a lot easier.
Fair enough.
There's certain people you check in with everywhere you go.
Yep.
Because they deserve that respect.
Fair enough. And speaking of respect, when you're on tour, like, and you travel to these different places and you're received in different ways, just like you mentioned, interpretation is different in every city. How do you feel when you show up to a city and you just get endless love? Like, you show up on stage and the clapping just doesn't stop. How does that make you feel?
It's all the bullshit that we go through behind the scenes is for that 10 minutes on stage, that 20 minutes on stage. That, you know, to be able to perform, like, I do so much business, and I don't do it by choice all the time. I do it because that's just what needs to be done to get everything done. So it's all for that. It's not all to be like, oh, you're the best, but it's all to perform because we really love this shit. Like, that's really the only reason that's kept me going sometimes. Is the certain messages that we get from people, or the way you're saying, like, certain people receive, you know, the blessing you receive when you're on stage. I mean, for me, it's like Hamilton. They were singing his. I was standing beside people. I was watching him, Sazy, perform. People were singing his lyrics, and then people were singing my shit. I could hear them. I could tell you a handful of times I've seen that, because I'm still really just getting it. Like, it's still just coming. So when I'm hearing that, I'm like thrown off and shit. I'm like, I don't even know my own shit sometimes. How do you know that? Like, people, like, it's crazy. So for me, it's still new. So it's still like, you couldn't get sick of that though.
What's poppin'? It's your boy Peter Jackson. You know what it is. Live, direct, since I was 16 too. I'm here with my family, WeFam. You know what it is, man. Toronto to Ottawa, Ottawa to Toronto. Since I was 16, your boy Peter Jackson. Check it out.
Before the shit was so simple, why the fuck it's so complicated? Everybody want my spot. Tell you boy to come fucking take it. All I hear is they gossip. My team, we don't fucking rate it. My team, we don't fucking rate it. All this shit is so simple. Why the fuck it's so complicated?